All right, snow clearing operations. I think this third one we've had so far this winter, so things are a little moving a little sooner this year, right? But the good news is it seems everything's going the way it should be. Louis Miranda, the borough mayor in Anjou, and of course the city official now responsible for snow removal operations, is on the line. Mr. Miranda, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
Listen, you know, you're famous for representing your borough for so many years and basically holding the city to account and saying, hey, you better do a better job of clearing the snow. Look what I do in my borough. What's it like being the head guy for the city now, and how much different is it?
Well, actually, it's not necessarily easy because expectations are very high. I do not have the authority over other boroughs. I could just suggest or ask them how could we help them. My responsibility in reality is to make sure that every single borough has the proper equipment, has the proper the number of employees and all that. And I'm meeting with the different mayors starting next week, where we're going to exchange and see how we could improve the situation in some cases. Unfortunately, this morning I was talking with a gentleman. He's in Rosemont, and he told me this morning he hadn't seen any snow removal started yet. So it's like, I'm saying, how come? We started last night. As in Anjou, of course, we run a tight ship, so we're quite efficient. But most boroughs are quite efficient.
What happens? So that's interesting in a case like you mentioned, Rosemont, where he said nothing's happened in that borough. How do you go about and change that? What's the first thing you do when that's someone brings that to your attention?
Well, I think the citizens have to talk with their mayor. Have to ask him why, because the gentleman this morning was talking to me because he wrote me an email because he found it was hard getting to the hospital, Maisonneuve-Rosemont, and he found the bike paths were nice and clean, but the rest was not. I guess we won't get into politics with that, but I guess citizens have to talk with their mayor and ask him, listen, why aren't you putting the efforts necessarily? And I this weekend I worked on calculating how much each borough spends on snow removal, and he's above the average, more or less. It costs more than the average places. The average is around $40,000 a kilometer to remove snow for the winter, and they're at 66. So they do have a lot of money. How come it's not being done properly? I don't know. So That's things I will exchange with them and ask them, and see how could we help or how could we improve. But I cannot impose anything on them.
Wow. So we've uncovered the first conspiracy. Well, no, we couldn't call it that, but the first difference between borough to borough when they have that much money that they spend, yet it turns out nothing was done. I know you can't impose anything, but what do you do beyond that? You have a conversation with the mayor there and say, what's going on? Do you do that as well?
Well, actually, what's a shame, it's he's the only borough that so far I have appointments with every single other borough except Rosemont. Rosemont, they're not giving me any availability before March, which is far away. Winter is almost finishing in March. I cannot understand. I don't know. I saw. I live in. Anjou is close to Rosemont. I passed there. So I do see the difference. And the gentleman I was talking with this morning, and he was telling me that he went all over the city. He did see the difference. So I guess, I don't know, mayor of Rosemont.
Well, maybe the mayor of Rosemont was involved in hanging up the phone on Louis Miranda there. That's why we lost him. We'll call him back and get him on the line. This is new. Maybe this is a story, right? For two reasons. Number one, as Mr. Miranda said, in going through what different boroughs spend on snow clearing, the average, you said, is what, 40,000, and in Rosemont is over 65, 66,000, yet they have not, at least according to this one person, they had not seen the snow being removed? Is this a bigger story than we think? All right, we'll get Louis Miranda. He's back on the line. Mr. Miranda, your line went kind of dead there. I'm sorry. Thank you for coming back, I think.
I don't know why.
I think the mayor of Rosemont hung up on you or something. I think that's what happened.
Let's not say that.
Who is the mayor of Rosemont, by the way?
It's François Limoges.
Okay.
Well, the thing people have to understand is, we blame Montreal as itself. It's each borough is responsible for the maintaining of their streets and their sidewalks and everything. Mm-hmm. So each mayor has to, like I said, the gentleman wrote me an email and I called him this morning. To ask him what's going on, why, I've talked with people from Rosemont, from Hunsick, different places. people that write me, and I usually call back everybody. I don't write back. I call back. I like to exchange with the people and see what's going on. How can we improve? I'm hoping that, he'll be willing to meet me before March, or else I'm going to have a meeting with most of everybody. I think I'm seeing most of everybody in January.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get to some kind of report to the executive committee by maybe mid-February. I'm going to submit something to the mayor and Mr. Pinal and see what we could do if we could improve anything.
Well, I'm sure people are happy to hear that. I will mention, by the way, not that it necessarily means anything, Francois Limoges is, of course, a Projet Montréal member. And Ensemble Montréal is now the party in power. I'm sure that has nothing to do with what's going on there.
We cannot work like that.
No, I know. I get that.
We have to give services to everybody, the same type of services to everybody.
Mr. Miranda, I appreciate your time and what you're doing as well. And I'm sure people are happy to know you're on the right on the case to make sure things do go smoothly through the rest of the winter. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, I want to get one other sort of part of snow clearing, which is Info-Neige. So now the city actually has their own site, right? You can actually go online through 311. You can call as well, by the way. But Info-Neige, which was a free service, is apparently, well, not apparently, it is no longer. So we're trying to understand what's going on. Greg Cerallo, co-founder of Sidekick Interactive, which is the software development agency based here behind the Info-Neige app, is on the line. Hey, Greg, thank you for being here. Can you explain? I mean, I think a lot of people might have thought this was part of the city's, platform or a part of their offering as far as snow clearing is concerned, but it never was, right? You're independent.
Yeah, that's correct. We had been behind the solution for the last 10 years. And the city was actually, we had a great partnership with them where they promoted the work that we had done, and they promoted it as a, offering for the citizens. But we were always independent, and they ended up, deciding to bring that service in-house this year, which we found, it was a shame because we had such success, and a lot of citizens were relying on it. But
was it about cost? Did they give you a reason or rationale for this?
I mean, I know they had a lot of pressure in terms of costs. Obviously, it was a drop in the bucket compared to the $200 million that they spend on the actual snow removal. I think communication is just as important for the citizens. It's actually probably more important, to let them know if there's a problem or if something's not happening, as you can see, with the stories that we just heard.
Okay. By the way, should let people know. I want to give you a chance to mention this because we're going to be late, but you can still access Info-Neige. The only difference now is, and to be fair, when people said, "Oh, but now you have to pay for it," it's all of what, $5 for how long?
Yeah, that's correct. For pretty much the whole winter.
I mean, yeah.
We always took on all of the server costs, which would, take up pretty much all of our profit. We never really built Info-Neige Montreal to make money. It was more of a service and a platform for us to showcase what we can do. So now we have the app that's out there for Montreal, but we also have services that we offer for Laval, Terrebonne, Westmount this year also.
Okay. So folks, they're not abandoning you for $5, I think. I think we can all afford to get on Info-Neige and allow them to continue to offer the app, which is actually even better than the city's information right now when you go to snow clearing. So keep that in mind too. Hey, I appreciate the time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You bet. All right, Info-Neige. Yes, you can still get it for $5.
The newest tracks. Let's go. New music. And the next big thing.
Always on the new music first.
Your first place to hear it all.
'Cause you gon' like it, love it, wanna play it twice. Playing now.
iHeart New Music. Your digital station for brand new drops, fresh finds, and tomorrow's bangers.
I think we need something new.
Discover iHeart New Music. Always fresh, always first. Stream now on the free iHeartRadio app.